Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, and fellow Marymount graduates and students. Today, as we gather here to commemorate our graduation from Marymount, I want to address a thought-provoking question. Are our school years really the best years of our life? This question is a sentiment we often hear, but is it truly accurate? As I reflect in these past 3 years, I stand before you as an evolved and changed individual. These years have been nothing short of life-changing, filled with both positive and negative experiences that have shaped us into the individuals we are today. First, let's start with the positive things Marymount provided. The school has provided us with an exceptional education and knowledge and skills that will serve us as the foundation for our future. Another positive element is the friendships we've made throughout our years in Marymount, offering support, laughter, and a sense of belonging where there wasn't any. And lastly, Marymount opens the doors to so many great opportunities for a great future for all of its alumni. You just have to know how to look for those opportunities. But now you might ask, how can I relate Holden Caulfield, who is the protagonist of The Catcher in the Rye, which is a book we read in 11th grade English, to something so positive? Holden's sister, Phoebe, represents the purity and resilience of youth. She is the one person Holden truly cares about throughout the whole entire story. Our own Phoebe could be represented by our friends, mentors, and family, who have been our guiding lights, reminding us of the goodness in the world and in the world filled with such darkness and things going wrong everywhere. However, let us not overlook the fact that our school years also come with their fair share of challenges. Just like Holden, we have encountered moments of confusion, frustration, and a sense of quite not fitting in. It is during these times we truly learn about ourselves and the world around us. We learn to navigate through the difficulties of life, such as a really hard exam the next day or a conflict you have with a partner or friend, and discover our own selves. Holden's encounter with the carousel in Central Park is a turning point. He watches the children play happily and writing, holding on to the brass ring, and experiences a fleeting sense of joy. It is a reminder that even in the middle of chaos, there are moments of beauty and connection. Our own carousels, whether literal or metaphorical, await us, and we must reach for the brass ring even when the ride gets bumpy. Holden, in his rebellious and self-analyzing nature, serves as a relatable figure many of us can relate to. Holden would most likely scoff at the idea that high school is the peak of our existence. Just like him, teenagers today feel like Holden in many different ways. Holden, with his red hunting hat and his hatred for phonies, navigates a world that feels inauthentic and lacking in genuine connections. Sound familiar? In one of the novel's most memorable scenes, Holden imagines himself being the catcher in the rye, standing in a field of rye where children play. His mission is to prevent them from falling off the cliff, metaphorically saving them from losing their innocence. As we graduate, we too stand at the edge of a precipice, ready to leap into the unknown. Our innocence intact, but our eyes wide open. Now that we look towards our future, I want to address an issue that I believe could be solved by the younger generations. The issue is climate change. Our planet is facing unmatched environmental changes, and it is up to us, the youth, to take action and make a difference. We have witnessed the devastating effects of climate change, from extreme weather events like the heat we're experiencing right now to the loss of biodiversity. It is truly important that we prioritize sustainability, advocate for renewable energy sources, and adopt eco-friendly practices in our everyday lives. If we work hard every day to make the youth see the trouble the world is in and raise awareness and find solutions, I believe the world could change for the better. To finalize this speech, these years have been good and bad. They've had their ups and their downs. And to answer the question I asked at the beginning, I believe that the school years are not our best years because we haven't truly experienced our whole life. We've only experienced the beginning of it. So therefore, they're not our best years, but they are good years. And so let's continue learning and growing, carrying out the lessons, friendships, and spirit. And as we step off this cliff into the unknown, let's be the change we want to see in the world.